welcome to Global Gardens. My name's Poppy and I'm going to give you a little tour this evening of our community growing project. So yeah, welcome to the garden. So this is the veg patch, and yeah, we've got some really great support from a grower in the local area who's helped us develop like a crop rotation. So we've got a 4-year crop rotation and 4 blocks, and as you can see here, this is one block and it's mainly going to move into the brassica block, but at the moment we've got like 4 beds of beans and peas. So yeah, the sweet peas are coming into bloom now. Also got some broad beans and phacelia, which I definitely recommend as a green manure combination. Got some Jerusalem artichokes here, and some potatoes, lots of potatoes, 2 different kinds of potatoes. You've got Maris Pia and then Carolus. Give you a little peek of the polytunnel. It's really fantastic to get funding from the lottery for this polytunnel, and it's really helped us up production. Yeah, and it's just amazing how much more we can grow in a polytunnel. So right now we've got 4 different kinds of tomatoes, including 3 that we've saved from last year. Also we've got some chilies, and then in the winter we tend to use it as a place for winter salad. So this is our polytunnel. Take you over to our second block of veg, and this is like our leafy crop block. So you've got some chard, two beds of chard actually, because it just grows so well in Wales, so why wouldn't we grow chard? We've got some celery, which we're kind of experimenting for the first time with this year. Another block of just green manure, beans and phacelia. And then I'll take you over to our 3rd block, which is the allium block. So you've got some 3 different kinds of garlic, and then we've got some leeks, and we have some shallots, and yeah, some more potatoes. There's quite a few volunteers who come here like potatoes. So yeah, a lot of the crops that we choose to grow are kind of informed by what volunteers want to grow. And then another popular crop is squash. So we've got 2 different kinds of squash growing, the uchikuri and the Hokkaido. And we've also got some beans growing. So yeah, alongside veg we also have a little flower patch. Quite a few have just been planted out, so you've like some straw flowers or helichrysum and clary sage. Also some dahlias, which the slugs quite like, but hopefully will make it through. And then yeah, the dianthus, which are really popping right now, such bright colours. Okay, I'm going to introduce you to our compost heap. So we love compost. We really appreciate compost, and it really is the main source of fertility for our plot, alongside the green manures and then also the manure. We have a really great supply of organic manure from a farm in the valleys. Shout out to John from Penfrew Organics. Yeah, so we have 2 different kinds of compost at the Global Gardens. We've got a perennial weed patch, and then another patch for more like annual weeds and any other kind of garden clippings and raw kitchen waste. So this is our current one, that's like our active pile, and this is one that we turned like about a month ago, and we can just have a little peek into it. So you can really feel the warmth. Yeah, and it's actually looks like it's nearly ready. And yeah, it smells pretty leafy actually. this is currently like the bean patch, but yeah, so we're just growing mainly broad beans because we love broad beans and they're just a great crop to grow. Planted most of these in the winter and they're just coming up now, and there's some beans. Let's see how they're coming along. I think these might still need a little bit of time, but yeah, little babies. I'll give you a little introduction to some of the herbs we're growing at the moment. So as you can see, there's lavender, we've got some rosemary, 3 different kinds of sage. So you've got a purple sage, broadleaf sage and a variegated sage. We've got some horseradish, otherwise known as Welsh wasabi, and some divine smelling damask rose. And then this was a new revelation to me in the lockdown, thanks to Vida, who's our harvest coordinator at Global Gardens, and it's lemon balm, and it actually can really help. It's both uplifting, but it also can help help you sleep if you infuse it in hot water and have it as a drink before you go to bed. So it smells really nice. We've got some different mints. Another favourite is this, which is called Creeping Savoury, and it's kind of like a cross between rosemary and thyme, and it smells really good. Vida says it's got like a slight bitter, it's more bitter than thyme, but it's still really rich in flavour. Yeah, so we've got lots of different herbs. I'm not going to tell you all of them this evening, but yeah, most of them are also pollinator friendly, and you can see at the end of this patch there's a swathe of comfrey, which we don't use for, it's not edible, but it's just really good for bees, and we also use it as a feed for the garden, so it's like a good fertilizer. Over the last 6 years, we've also been planting some different fruit trees at the patch, mainly apple trees, but also some pear and lots of fruit bushes as well. But I'm going to introduce you to this handsome tree, which is the Bardsey apple. So a lot of the fruit trees that we've planted are heritage Welsh varieties, as well as other apples that are just tasty. But yeah, really we're trying to build up like a diversity of apple varieties in the garden. So this is the Bardsey, and they found it on the North Wales island of Bardsey, and apparently it can really cope well with the Welsh wet weather. So when we took on the plot, it was mainly covered with brambles, which we'll show you a glimpse of in a second. But I thought it was also nice to introduce you to this grapevine, which was also a legacy of one of the previous plot holders on this allotment. And yeah, we've just found it in amongst the brambles, but it's really growing well over the fence, and like a really sweet small black grape. But a lot of people come on the lane and harvest the leaves as well. Some baby grapes here. So alongside the grapevine, we also inherited 2 trees which we really value in the site, and this I'm going to introduce you to the elder, which did take a bit of a turn for the worse in a storm a few years back, but Kai really cut it back quite significantly, and it's just shot up so much. And yeah, this year there's a lot of elderflower, so hopefully we'll make some elderflower champagne. Smells nice. So alongside the apple trees and pear trees that we've planted, and the elder and vine that we inherited on the plot, we've also planted quite a lot of black currant, bushes, and you can just see they're coming along now. Still pretty green, but we're going to have to net them soon before the birds start eating them all, because they are pretty delicious. So yeah, we did do a workshop where we worked with a fungi expert who helped us learn more about native fungi, but also inoculate the wood chip here with some wine cap mushrooms, which we have had some success with. So yeah, it's really nice having that symbiotic relationship between the fruit bushes and the fungi. So over the lockdown we've been working on this structure, which is going to be like the education space for the garden. So yeah, we haven't really been able to use it during the lockdowns, but really exciting that soon we will be opening it up for use. So recent development at Global Gardens is outdoor play. So yeah, we've been working with Johanna Hartwig, who's an artist but also forest play coordinator, and we've been offering like monthly outdoor play sessions to local families. Yeah, and it's all about nature-based connection, but also just having fun. So yeah, let's have a little look at the space. So this is our story circle, and in the sessions we tend to have, at the end of the session, a story, but also some hot chocolate, and yeah, make a fire. So as I said, this is like the outdoor play area, but also the wildlife area. And we planted like some native hedging, including hazel and dog rose, some other things. But also we've installed a bat box. And finally, I'm going to show you our very exciting new development at the site, which is our storytelling canopy. So let's go have a look. Yeah, so this is part of the outdoor play area still, and the idea is, yeah, that it creates a shelter for outdoor play sessions. And it was really nice during the lockdown, the families who were involved in outdoor play, each designed a leaf, and the leaf was then stitched into the tent, into the canopy. So this is our greenhouse. It's a little bit messy right now, but it is a busy time. Just getting all the seedlings coming along, getting them out in the ground. So yeah, we've still got a few courgettes coming on, squash. But yeah, this is where we propagate all our seedlings and also store a lot of watering cans. So yeah, I think this is where I will end the tour. I hope you've enjoyed, and you're welcome to come and visit the garden. As I said, we have sessions on a Wednesday and a Saturday, but also we've got quite a range of workshops and activities coming up in the summer, including a composting workshop and a workshop on organic gardening. So yeah, you can check us out on social media at Global Gardens Project. And I hope you have a nice green squirrel supper.